Have you ever felt like you are putting in work, you are doing what you're supposed to do, but you are not progressing? Like you don't feel this fulfillment. You're not necessarily failing, but then you don't feel fulfilled. This was me last year, where early last year, when I was in this place and I knew I was doing what I wanted to do. I was putting in the work, I was putting in my best. Maybe it wasn't my best though, but I knew I was doing something. But I still felt like I wasn't really convinced with my results. I still felt like I was just in one place, I was not progressing. And I thank God for clarity, and I'm going to be sharing with you what I learned and what you are going to be able to unpack in this episode to overcome the feeling of being stuck. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm Glory, and this is Becoming It Pod, a space that was created to help you evolve into your best self. Now, what does this feeling mean? The feeling of being stuck in life. Now, I want you to know that this feeling it's a way of life telling you that you've gotten to the point where you are meant to transition. Now, what do I mean by this? You are sick of your old routines, you're tired of your old environment, you're tired of the same old mindset, and subconsciously you desire a change. Even if you don't know that's what's happening, you desire a change. You're tired of being in that place. That's why you feel stuck in that place. You're tired of being there, and now you are meant to transition into another phase. But then why this feeling of being stuck is complicated is that you don't know what is ahead. Like there is uncertainty, there is no clarity, and you are tired of where you are. So that's why you feel stuck. Like you don't know where you're going and you don't want to be where you are, right? You are not seeing a clear picture in front and you don't want to be there. You're tired of where you are. So yes, that's why we feel this way. That's why we feel like we are stuck in life. It's not necessarily that we are actually stuck, right? It is a point where you are meant to shift. It's a transition phase where you are meant to leave old routines, old habits, old environments, old patterns, mindset. You're supposed to leave them and move into a new phase of life. That's what we are meant to do. As humans, you were not created to be the same, right? You are not created. We are meant to change. Whether you realize it or not, you are changing. I've said this a couple of times in the previous episodes. We are meant to change. We were designed to change. That's why we get old. That's why time passes. That's why life changes. That's why we have day and night and months and years passing. Things are meant to evolve. Why this feeling of being stuck feels so messed up is that you don't really have people to talk to. You don't really know who to talk to. You just feel like you are in your own bubble where you don't have clarity and you don't know, you can't remain in the same place that you are. So yes, that's why it can feel very hard to deal with, because you are not supported, you are overstimulated, you don't know what's going on, you are just there, you're just there. Right? So I'm just going to ask you 4 questions. This would help you to overcome this phase of life where you feel stuck. I'm going to ask you. I'm not going to be the one to tell you, because if I tell you how it would be my own answers why or how I was able to overcome this feeling and how I was able to move past that phase of my life. So now I'm going to do the same for you. I'm going to help you so that we get through it together. Now the first thing is, what are you feeding your mind? What do you listen to? Who are the people you entertain? Who are the people around you? What do you watch? What do you scroll away on social media on? You cannot keep feeding your mind, your body with the same old things that you have been feeding it, and you expect that you are going to feel some type of progress. No. You cannot keep doing the same old thing for years and you expect that you're not going to feel stuck. So you need to check yourself, ask yourself that question, like, What have I been feeding my mind? What is the state of my mindset? What are my beliefs? What do I believe in? Do I believe that people are bad? Do I have negative thoughts? What's the state of my mindset? First of all, when you check that, it helps you to start to know where you need to adjust and where you need to change. Whatever reality you have, it's the state of your mindset that is reflecting that reality to you. And the state of your mindset, it depends on what you are feeding it, what is coming into your body, what is coming into your mind, what you accept, what you put into your body and your mindset. That's what would play out in your reality. If you take in shit, you are going to feel like shit and you are going to be shit. Okay, so yeah. Now, the second thing I want you to ask yourself is, whose timeline are you on? If you've put a time frame to what you're doing, that's good. Timelines are good when you know that you are running a personal race, right? It's very good. But when you are tying it to someone else's life or someone else's timeline, that's where you are going to have problem, because you are going to compare yourself. You are going to feel like you are behind. What makes you behind? You didn't start with that person. You did not start life with that person. So why are you behind? Why do you feel behind? It's because you are on someone else's timeline. Let me paint you this picture I read somewhere where it says that it's like having a puzzle about life and you are fixing in that puzzle. But then at the end, after you fix in the last piece of that puzzle, you realize that was never meant for you. That was never your picture. It was never really what you wanted for yourself. So do you want to waste your time copying someone else, being on their timeline, running, helping them to, you're running, while they are running their own race, you are running behind them, forgetting that you have your own journey to go on, forgetting that you have your own path. So whose timeline are you on? Ask yourself that question, and you are going to realize that the reason why you feel like you are stuck is because you are putting yourself side by side with another person and you're comparing your journey with another person's journey. I know it's so easy to look back at people you grew up with, or people you attended the same school with, or people you did things with together, and you watch their lives and you feel like, oh, this person is progressing, this person is doing well with their lives, which tend to make you start feeling like you are behind in life. But you need to understand that you have your own journey. We all have our different paths. We all have our different timelines to focus on. And when you focus on yours, you get a clearer picture of where you're going. There is no more uncertainty. You now get clarity. You can focus and know where you're going. When you detach from other people's timelines, it gives you the freedom to move at the pace of alignment, not anxiety, not pressure. Now, the third question you have to ask yourself, what kind of goals do you have? If you are someone that is multi-passionate, you like to do different things, you love many things, you feel like you have interest in different areas. Sorry, but I have to break it to you. I was once like that. But then you have to focus on one thing at a time. Now, if you feel like you're gonna get bored, you don't want to focus on one thing, you want to hasten up your results, you can take out like 3 most important things that you need to do, you want to do for yourself. Write them down and pick the one you know that it has more success, it has a higher potential of success, and it can give you the results you really want. When you've made your plans, you are able to know that, okay, if I follow this step, if I do this, I should be able to reach my goal at so time. No matter how you love to do different things, you must focus on one thing at a time, because when you start trying to do everything at once, your brain gets overwhelmed and your brain starts trying to fix everything at the same time, right? You are not able to focus. You start feeling anxious, you start feeling overwhelmed, and this leads to paralysis. Like, you, at the end of the day, you're not able to do anything. You just remain stuck where you are. You're not able to take action on any of them. So yes, start with one, have one focus, and go for it. Now, the fourth one is somewhat related to the third question that you just asked yourself. Start with one small goal. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight to stop feeling stuck. You just need to pick one specific area of your life and start working on it. It could be your finances, your health, your spiritual life, just anywhere you want to change, you can start working on it. Now, the seasons where you feel stuck is your sign to evolve, is your sign to change something. So instead of hating yourself and saying, oh, I don't know what to do next, I'm stuck, I'm not progressing, now you know what to do. Now you know the steps to take to overcome this feeling and to move forward in life. Just find one small area of your life that you can change, or one bad habit in your life that you can drop, right? When you do this, you can see results. You can see physical results, and then your brain or your overthinking or your negative thoughts is not telling you you are not progressing, because you can see something that you have changed and how you've evolved in your life. And if you're in this season where you have to change something, start where you are. Start with what you have. Don't wait to feel inspired or ready, because clarity will come when you start doing something. Clarity comes from action, not wishes, not hopes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was helpful to you. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.